In verse 40, he says, "And with many other words he solemnly testified and kept on exhorting them, saying, 'Be saved from this perverse generation.'" I tell you, the proclamation here is multidimensional. It's remedial. It's consequential. Listen, this disastrous generation, this perverse generation, you go down with them, that ship is sinking. Come on. It's emotional, right? Peter is not just delivering some dissertation. He's impassioned here. He's impassioned with the power of God because he loves as one who has been loved. I pray that you realize that when you and I embrace the call to be proclaimers, that you see the connection. You and I have been called to be preachers. As a witness, you have been called to be a preacher, a proclaimer of God's word. Now, I want you to think about something. Somebody might say, I pray, what a blessing it is to have that in our pulpit. What if you had that in the chairs? That's the plan of God. That's the purpose of God. Not that you have a pastor like that, but that you are a people of that. All of us, every one of us, proclaimers of the truth and the majesty and the mighty works of God in us and through us. What happens then? Oh, history has shown that there are times where the Spirit of God will work through an individual, but that's never been the full plan of God. His plan is to work through the people of God. And this is why it is our vision, and it's why we will not ever waver from this call to be the church, to be you and me, all of us together. What happens when the people of God, filled with the power of God, living for the purposes of God, and meeting the potential of God, and sharing the promises of God? What happens? Verse 41. "So then those who had received his word were baptized, and that day there were added about 3,000 souls." Why? Because the power of God was activated through the people of God for the purposes of God, fulfilling the promises and the potential of God.